Hello, boys and girls. I'm back again. Who's ready for circle time? Good. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our good morning song. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, boys and girls. I'm glad you came to school today. Good morning, boys and girls. Now your turn. All right, good morning to all of you. We're going to go ahead and see who's here. I'm going to get our hello sticks. Let's say hello to Sarah Grace. Hello, Sarah Grace. It was so nice to see you the other day. Hello to Bradley. Hello to Miller. And hello to Charlize. And hello to Quinn and Violet and Evelyn. And hello to Cameron and Ivor and Calder and Ralston, and hello to Madeline, Ben, and Caroline. I hope you all could make it to our circle time this week. We're going to go ahead and talk about our calendar. So, the month that we are in, who remembers what month we are in? Right here, what does that say? April, that is exactly right. Now, we are getting into the last week of April. So far, we have had 25 days in April. All right, now after day 25 comes the next number. Who knows what number comes after 25? 26, that's right. So today is April 26th, 2020. All right, and then we have the day after today is the 27th. That is on Monday. Then the next day is a very special day for someone in our class. Evelyn's birthday is on April 28th, and she will be turning 5 years old. And you're not going to believe this, boys and girls. The day after that is Madeline's birthday. Her birthday is on April 29th, and she will also be turning 5 years old. So I can't wait until Zoom time. We will sing happy birthday to our friends on Monday and Tuesday. All right, the day after the 29th comes the 30th, April 30th. Now, something funny about the calendar. At the very end of the month, the day after that becomes a new month. And we have a day right after that. That is the next month. Now, if we sing our months of the year song, we'll do that in just a minute. I want you to tell me what month comes after April. So listen very carefully during our song. All right, let's sing our song together, and then we'll continue on with our calendar. Ready? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Did you catch it? Which one comes after April? April, May. That's right. So during this week, we will have a change in months. It will be May. May. So on Thursday of this week, it will be April 30th. And then on Friday, we will have a new month, and we will take away all the numbers on the calendar and start all over again. And we will start with the number 1 and the number 2 on Friday. So I'm very excited about our month change. May is Mrs. Brooks's birthday month, so I like the month of May. And as most of you know, April showers bring May flowers. That's right. So I am ready for some flowers in May. So that is what we have. So we have May 1st and May 2nd are the last 2 days of this month and the last 2 days of this week. All right, let's talk about our days of the week. Now remember, our days of the week are at the top of this calendar, but I also have our chart that we can sing from, okay? The days of the week. Ready? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I hope you are learning those months of the year and days of the week. That's a good thing to know. All right, we are going to continue on this week talking about ocean animals. Now, I'm very excited for our ocean animal projects that are coming up this week. Hopefully, some of you have been able to work with either mommy or daddy or a big brother or sister to do an ocean project. And what you were supposed to do was pick an animal and then tell us a few facts about it. So if you have those, you can bring those to Zoom time on Monday or Tuesday, okay? So what we're going to do right now, we are going to review over the animals that we talked about last week, and I'd like to see how much you remembered about those animals. Okay, so our first animal was the stingray. That's right. Now the stingray, let's think about some facts about the stingray. They have a very long tail, and in that tail they have they have a spine. Remember I told you a spine can move. So it's very important for its protection to have a spine inside of their tail so it can move. Well, it also contains something very important in that tail as well that is protection for them. Do you remember what else I told you was in that tail? Yes, it was venom. And venom is kind of something like a snake has, and also other animals can have venom too. And that's used, God gave them that to use for protection. And it scares away animals, and it can make a very strong sting. Why do you think it's called the stingray, right? Because it can sting with the venom inside of its tail. All right. Remember that we talked about the stingray. Is it known as a very mean animal? No, it's actually known as a very gentle animal. You just don't want to get in its way and you don't want to scare it. But the stingray is actually a very gentle animal. All right, let's talk about the next one. So the starfish. Now, I have a question for you. Is the starfish really a fish? Yes or no? No, it is not a fish. So that's something very important about the starfish. Also, I told you how many arms a common starfish has. How many arms can we count here? Let's count them together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arms. That's right. And other starfish can have more arms. Remember, I told you that the last time. Up to 40 arms they can have. But this starfish, and a common starfish that you will normally see, only has 5 arms. All right, very interesting animal. All right, the next animal that we talked about was the octopus. Now, I was very intrigued learning some facts about the octopus. Who can tell me how many brains an octopus has? Do you remember? 9, that is right. Remember, it has one central brain in its body, and then it has one brain in each of its arms. How many arms does an octopus have? That's right, it has 8 arms, right? And I have another question for you. What is the color of the blood that an octopus has? Blue, that's right. Very different than ours. What color do we have? Right, we have red blood, but an octopus has blue blood. One more question. This one's a little bit trickier. How many hearts does an octopus have? 3 hearts. If you knew that, that was a hard one. Even Mrs. Brooks had a hard time forgetting that one. So 3 hearts an octopus has. All right, what a very interesting animals. Oh, one more question I had for you about that octopus. What are those arms called? Do you know the name of an octopus's arms? Tentacles, that's right. So they have 8 tentacles or 8 arms. All right, our next animal is the... Oh, I hope you didn't say dolphin, even though it is a dolphin, remember? This is the orca whale. And if you see this picture, you think of a dolphin right away because it is in the dolphin family. It is the largest in the dolphin family. Now, they are often referred to as the wolves of the sea because they are very dangerous. Another nickname for orca whales are killer whales. And remember I told you last week, they are not whales, but the way that they got that name is many, many years ago, they would say they were whale killers because they would kill whales to eat them. And so that's how they got their name, and it stuck. But we do know they are from the dolphin family. Something else about the orca whale that we talked about is their sleep patterns. Remember how strange their sleep patterns were? Did they sleep like us, close both of their eyes and fall asleep? No, they do not. Remember, half of their body falls asleep at a time so that the other half, or I should say the other part of the brain, can stay awake so it can be alert in case there is some danger. And remember, I told you too that its brain is what tells it to breathe. It actually has to tell the orca whale that it needs to breathe. We do not need to do that. We have something in our bodies that as soon as we fall asleep, we still know to breathe without having to tell it to breathe, but not the orca whale. So remember, half of its brain goes to sleep while the other half stays awake, and then it takes turns. That side goes to sleep while the other side stays awake. So I thought that was a very interesting fact about the orca whale. All right, let's move on to the next one. Here is a beautiful, beautiful animal. Yes, it is the jellyfish. How absolutely beautiful. I remember going to the aquarium when I was a little girl and looking into the jellyfish tank and just being so mesmerized by the way that they moved, and they were just beautiful, beautiful animals. Now, question, how many brains does a jellyfish have? If you said they had no brains, you are right. I have another question for you. How many hearts does a jellyfish have? If you said none, you are correct again. I have another question for you. How many, let me move on to it, bones does a jellyfish have? No bones either. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. And how many eyes does a jellyfish have? They don't have any eyes either. This is such a unique sea animal, an ocean animal. All of those things they do not have like other animals that are in the ocean. Remember, they use these to what? Why do they use these things that come off of them? And who remembers what they're called? Yes, tentacles. And what do they use those tentacles for? Yes, they use them either to scare other animals or they use them to paralyze or sting other animals so that they can eat those animals. That's the way that they can stop them fast enough because they're not very fast-moving animals. So this is a way that they can get their food quicker than other animals that can go fast. All right, another thing that's interesting about these jellyfish are that they are bioluminescent. Now that is a long word, but we talked about what it meant last week. Does anyone remember what bioluminescent means? Yes, it means that they light up. I bet that is beautiful, being in the ocean and being able to see them light up around you. Wow, that is amazing. I've actually seen jellyfish before when I have been at the ocean. When I used to live in Texas, we used to go to the ocean on the Gulf of Mexico, and they would just be laying on the beaches sometimes, and I always remember my mom and dad saying, don't touch it, you don't want it to sting you. So I got to see jellyfish, and the kind that I saw were only clear. They didn't have any color to them, but I always was very mesmerized by them. All right, so that is the jellyfish. All right, let's talk about the next one. Ooh, I bet some of you boys especially love this one. Yes, this is the shark. Now the shark, remember, has very good what? What is a good sense that it has? Yes, it has very good eyesight. It can see very, very well. We would not be able to see deep down in the ocean, maybe where it's very murky, but they have very, very good eyesight. Also, boys and girls, another thing about the shark is that it has up to how many teeth, we said? Yes, 3,000 teeth a shark can have. Remember, it has layers of teeth, not just one set of teeth like we have, but it can have layers of teeth. And of course, they use those for eating or for protection. So sharks are very interesting and intriguing, and many times you think of a shark as a scary animal. But they also have a good sense of smell too, remember? And hearing, they can hear a heartbeat on another animal, so they have good senses. So that's the shark. All right, and then the very last one is the cute little thing here. Yes, it is the seahorse. Now the seahorse got its name. Why? How did it get the name seahorse? Yes, because of the shape of its head. The seahorse has the shape of its head, and so that's how it got its name. And they're just very tiny animals. They're not big at all. And I've only seen these at an aquarium. I haven't seen them in the ocean in real life, but they are very interesting. Now, something interesting about the seahorse is that the daddy, or the male, has a pouch on the front of him, right on his belly. And as soon as the mommy lays the eggs, it puts all of the eggs that she lays into this pouch. And the daddy seahorse carries all the babies in the pouch for up to 45 days. So that's about a month and a half, if you can tell by time what it is. So 45 days, quite a long time. Not as long as a human being carries a baby in its belly, but 45 days. And then remember, I said that as soon as they are born, do you remember the size of a little baby seahorse? Yes, they are the size of M&Ms. How cute I bet that is. Having little seahorses all over the place, just the size of M&Ms. I bet that is so cute. And when they are born, they float together in small groups together. They actually start looking for their food on their own right away, boys and girls, and they kind of help each other out, and so they won't float away. They hold on to each other's tails together. I bet that's cute, seeing two little M&Ms that have tails on them holding on to each other. So God is awesome, isn't he? Just reading about and studying these animals has really made me have a great appreciation for the unique ocean animals that we have. I hope you enjoyed talking about all of these animals. I know I sure did, and I can't wait to hear about some of the animals that you picked out. So I'll see you guys in Zoom time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.